Hey, it's Jad T. Jones, and welcome to another podcast. Today we're going to talk about clarity. How to have a high level of clarity and insight in your life. So this exercise was taught to me by Earl Nightingale. And the exercise goes as follows. You want to take 30 minutes to an hour alone with a pen and a paper and just sit and think on paper. Something magical happens when you slow down your thoughts, when you place your thoughts on paper, when you quote unquote think on paper. Anytime I feel overwhelmed, anytime I'm needing clarity, anytime I feel like my mind is getting the best of me and I cannot control my compulsive thinking, what I do is I do these thinking sessions where I block everything out. I just sit down at a table with a pen and a paper and I think on paper. So I'll tell you right now, this simple exercise has been one of the most valuable practices I have implemented in my life. I have gained incredible clarity, incredible insight, and also come up with some very good ideas through these thinking on paper sessions. So if you're someone who finds himself being a victim of your mind where you can't stop your compulsive thinking and you feel like your mind is getting control of you, then do this exercise and I promise it will give you peace, it will give you clarity, and it will help you regain control over your mind. There is something incredibly powerful and magical about this exercise. Earl Nightingale said he used to spend an hour every morning doing this, and he was an incredibly successful man. Now, I take into account the fact that we live much busier lives than people used to back in the day, and so I say, if you can't dedicate an hour, dedicate 30 minutes. If you can't dedicate 30 minutes, dedicate 20. If you can't dedicate 20, hey, do 10. Make it a daily habit to sit and think on paper. The results could literally be life-changing. When you are forced to slow down and think on paper, things become a lot more clear to you. So your mission for today is to grab a pen, grab a paper, turn your phone off, turn off everything, sit down in silence, in stillness, and allow whatever comes out to come out. Think on paper, achieve clarity, achieve insight, and perhaps get a few brilliant ideas along the way. This simple exercise is an exercise I believe every man should do at least 3 times a week in order to maintain clarity. A man with clarity becomes an unstoppable force. So that's it for this episode. Short, to the point, and very impactful if you do it. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.